Alright, so we have made it to the top of the koozie. Now let's go ahead and finish it off. So all we have to do at this point is do our last X stitch. I'm not sure exactly where you're at, but I figured I would save one more for the video. And once we do that, I'm going to double or triple the thread on itself in a horizontal way such that the remainder is going to be cut off from the back. I'm going to leave an inch at least and then burn both of those strands together. Burn that whole inch down so that you've got a good bit of the wax that melts up and seals everything in. If you cut the thread too close to the material and burn it from there, it'll probably stick for a while, but then odds are at some point with just general use, the threads are going to come detached just because there isn't a lot of material burnt together, sort of welded together and sealing everything shut. And you can see now, if we were on the other side, if we were on the bottom of the can finishing this off, I wouldn't be able to use all this room up top, and it would just be a lot more of a pain. So it definitely is nice to be finishing off on the top, I gotta say. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to do the back stitch that now I'm sure you're used to. So bringing left to right through the back. And vice versa. And just as we started our stitching, I'm going to do the same thing to finish. So I'm going to now do a horizontal stitching on the front side. Left to right and right to left. And if you feel comfortable with that much stitching, you can go ahead and cut here on the back and burn them. I'm going to go one more. That's more of a style choice. I'm going to sacrifice maybe a little bit of cleanliness up top here just for sturdiness, so I know that there's going to be a little more tension on the thread, and this way it'll just keep it a little more sturdy. But you can always reverse this process too. If you do an extra stitch and realize, oh man, that looks a little bulky and kind of draws the eye away from the rest of the stitching, then just undo both of your stitchings and stick with the last one. But I'm going to do, as I said, one more set. So yeah, let's take a look. You can see that's a little more bulky than what we've got down here. However, I'm okay with that. Once again, it is your drink holder, so you do as you please, but I just want to make sure we're nice and secure here. Alright, so now we can see on the back, I'm going to leave, say about that much. So, inch and a quarter. And now what I'm going to do, sort of push both of these threads together, maybe twist them a little bit. You can burn them separately, but it's definitely a better idea to burn them together. It'll just weld everything in place a little bit more. So you might as well. So I went ahead and twisted them up a little bit. And now I'm gonna go ahead and burn. And they actually ended up separating. Now, as it was melting, I sort of pushed it down with my finger. That's hot. I'm okay with it, but you might burn yourself a little bit if you do that. So maybe have a blunt object handy if you want to sort of tamp it down while it's still melted, just to make sure you get that nice welded look right there. You see, that's not going anywhere. So it is a good idea to have something to put pressure on the thread while it is still slightly melted. And there you go. Now you've got your koozie, leather drink holder, what have you, and we are ready to put a drink in it and enjoy summer. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed it.